This is 2Ezra chapter 15, verse 1. And behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, says Yah. And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, said Yah, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith Yah, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they have profanely committed. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore says Yah, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Mizraim. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with plagues and punishments that Yah shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting hail, and with fearful consolations. Woe to the world and to them that dwell therein! For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and of the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Behold, says Yah, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and Libanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen. So will I do also, and recompense in their bosoms. Thus saith Yah Elohim. My right hand shall not spare the sinners. My sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and have consumed the foundations of the earth, and sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin, and keep not my commandments, says Yah. I will not spare them. Go your way, you children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For Yah knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and you shall remain in them For Yah shall not deliver you, because you have sinned against him. I think that's the end. Oh, no, it's not. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste the portion of the Assyrians. Then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of Assyria shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them, and in their hosts shall be fear and dread and strife among the kings. Behold, the clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. They shall smite one upon another, they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even their own star, and blood shall be from the sword unto the belly, and dung of men unto the camel's hoof. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon the earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come upon them. And then shall there come great storms from the south, from the north, and another part from the west. And strong winds shall rise from the east, and shall open it, and the cloud which he raised up in wrath, and the stars stirred up to cause fear towards the east, west wind, shall be destroyed. The great and mighty clouds shall be puffed up full of wrath, and the stars that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place a horrible star, fire and hail, and flying swords, many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities and walls, and mountains, and hills, and trees of the wood, and grass of the meadows, and the corn. And they shall go steadfastly into Babylon, and make her afraid. And they shall come to her, and besiege her. The star, all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up into the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her, and they that remain under her shall do service unto them that have put her in fear. And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the esteem of her persons, woe be unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her, and hast decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please and esteem in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Thou hast followed her that is hated in all her works, vengeance. Therefore says Yah, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste waste thy houses with destruction and death, and the steam of thy power shall be dried up as a flower. The heat shall rise that is set over thee. Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes, and as one chaseth with words, so that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee. Would I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee, says Yah? Thou hast not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thine hands, and saying over their dead, when thou wast drunken, set forth the beauty of thy countenance. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom. Therefore shalt thou receive recompense. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith Yah, even so shall Yah do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. And thy children shall die in hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for every hunger of bread and thirst of water. Thou as unhappy shalt come through the sea, and receive plagues again. And in the passage they shall rush on the idol city, and shall destroy some portion of thy land, and consume part of the esteem, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed. And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire, and shall consume thee, and thy cities, thy land, thy mountains, and all the woods, and thy fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire. Thy children shall they carry away captive, and look what thou hast. They shall spoil it, and mark the beauty of thy face. This concludes 2 Ezra chapter 15.